Is there a doctor in the house? Is there?
Y a-t-il un médecin dans la salle?
Est-ce un medicus in tecto?
Ist hier jemand Arzt im Haus?
Ein medico in casa? Oui, j'entends weiter, j'ai mascat.
Is there a doctor in the house? Oh, maybe someone?
Doctor.
I have but one daughter, and it would mean the end of everything were she to die.
Let her be particularly careful then. No one is allowed to die without the doctor's orders.
Come along, let's be seated here.
She's not too bad looking. I suspect a decent injection might well improve her condition.
You've made her laugh, Doctor.
Excellent. Laughter is the best medicine after all. So, what's the problem? Where does it hurt? I beg your pardon? Huh? I don't understand a word. What type of language is this?
That's her complaint, sir. She's become mute, and it's brought all her marriage plans to a halt.
Why?
The groom wants to wait for a cure before going through with it.
But what kind of lunatic wouldn't want a silent wife? If only my wife could catch the same disease. So, does this ailment cause her great distress?
Yes, Doctor.
Excellent. Does she feel excruciating pain?
She does.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Does she, do her business?
I believe so.
Copiously?
I wouldn't know.
And her product, does it impress?
Again, I prefer not to pry.
Give me your arm. Ah, the pulse indicates that your daughter is...
But we already know that.
We great doctors can tell these things. A doctor from, shall we say, Paris would have said, it might be this, it might be that. But me, straight away, your daughter is mute.
But I want to know the cause.
It's obvious. She's lost the power of speech.
But what caused such a loss?
All the experts agree that it stems from impediments to the action of her tongue.
But what caused such impediments?
On this subject, Aristotle says some very interesting things.
Doubtless.
But, to return to my diagnosis, rest assured that this impediment is caused by certain humours, piquant humours, which is to say, humours that are piquant, all the more because the vapours formed by the exhalations of the influences emanating from the region of disease, coming from... Do you understand Latin?
Not a word.
You don't know Latin?
No.
Capricius archithurum. Catalamus. Singularitaire. Nominative haec. Bonas, bona, bonam. Etiam. Oui. Quare. Pourquoi. Quia substantio et adjectivum concordat.
Why didn't I ever study it?
Now, these vapours, passing from the left side, where the liver resides, to the right side, where the heart dwells, we find the lungs, which we call in Latin armian, having communication with the brain, which we call in Greek nasmus, by way of the venous cava, which we call in Hebrew the cubicle, meeting in its path the said vapours, which fill the ventricles of the omoplatus. And it's very important you grasp this part.
Yes?
Have a special malignancy, which is caused, be attentive, please.
I'm trying to follow.
Which is caused by the acridity of the humours engendered in the concavity of the diaphragm. Ossibandus, anorexia, mausoleum, a mo, a mass, a marmus, Tyrannosaurus rex. And there you have it.
Brilliant! Thank you. There is only one thing that surprises me, however. Where you place the liver and the heart. It seems you have placed them on opposite sides from where they are, for the heart is on the left side and the liver on the right.
Yes, that used to be true. But we've changed all that. We practice medicine according to a whole new method these days.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Understandable. You don't need to follow the science as we do.
But, Doctor, how can we cure her?
We should send her to bed and administer large doses of bread dipped in wine.
Is that all?
There is something in bread and wine that when mixed together produces speech. Have you never observed that by feeding parakeets on nothing but bread and wine, you can teach them to speak?
Of course! You're a genius! Quick! Lots of bread and wine!
I will return this evening to see how she is doing.
But there's someone who's torn it apart, and he's taken just all that I have. But if you wanna try to love again, baby, I'll try to love again. But I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest.
Oh, revenge!
Fair prince, thy picture is not here impressed with such perfection as within my breast.
Soft, Master Doctor.
Cornelia! Picard, si spudgy Martian bitty bird, bitty saucy Picard. Full, hold of hand, full. Let the doctor speak. Oh la la. Madame, me love you, me desire to marry you, me pray you not to say no.
Master Doctor, I think you do not love me. I am sure you shall not marry me, and in good sadness, I must needs say no.
What say you to this, Master Doctor? Mistress, let me speak. That I love you, I dare not say, lest I should offend you. That while I'd marry you, I should rather you conceive than I should utter, and I do live or die upon your monosyllable. I or no.
Bugger! If you will see the Martian and himself, say no. A good choice, Picard.
Filthy French, just as I am a charming gentleman.
Mistress, I'll bring you from Arabia, Turkey, and India, where the sun doth rise. Miraculous gems, rare stuff with precious works to beautify you more than all the paintings of women with their colour-fading cheeks.
You bring stuff where? You bring pudding. Madame, me give you restorative. Me give you things make you fair. Me give you things make you strong. Me make you live 6, 7, 300 years. You know poisson marchand.
Your commodities are rare indeed, Master Doctor. A guard of urinals in the morning, a plaguey fellow at midnight, a fusty apothecary ever at hand with his fustian drugs, attending your piss-pot worship.
Stealthy marchand, me beats the stark dead.
A plaguey Martian bagarre makes the doctor anger.
Now by my trot, madame, you be very fair.
You mock me, Master Doctor.
Huh?
I know the contrary.
No, and what you know? You not see yourself, Picard. Me see you. Me speak what me see. You no point speak so.
Where are these wooers here? Poor silly men, highly deceived to gape for marriage here, only for gain. I have another reach, more high than their base spirits can aspire. Yet must I use this doctor's secret aid that hath already promised me a drug whose virtue shall affect my whole desires.
Oh, Monsieur Flores, me be your lordship's servant. Me lay my hand on your lordship's foot by my throat.
Ah, Master Doctor, you are most welcome to us. And you, Albertus, it doth please me much to see you two vowed rivals thus agree.
Agree? By my throat, she'll not have it.
Find all that in your urines, Master Doctor.
Monsieur Flores, come here to play.
What says, Master Doctor? Have you remembered me?
Easy powder. You give the half at once.
But I'm sure to work the effect.
Ah, me be sure. She no sooner drink, but she hang your neck about. She stroke your beard, she nip your cheek, she bust your lip, Picard.
Well, tell me, is it best in wine or no?
Oh, Picard, see my son. I see he kiss my sweet mistress.
Nay, freely speak, Master Doctor. It's best in wine or no?
Ah, in wine. What else I pray? You give the veg to Luvata, me be ashamed of thee.
Well, thanks, gentleman doctor.
By your leave, Master Doctor.
And my very special friend, me no stay. Me go seek affaire Cornelia.
Farewell, Dr. Doddy, in mind und in body. An excellent noddy.
Your daughter, overwhelmed by the words you sent her and by your terrifying rage, full of despair, opened the window which looked over the river, raising her eyes to heaven. No, she said, I can't live if my father is angry with me, so I must...
And she threw herself out?
No, sir. She lay on her bed, turned pale, her heart stopped, and she remained like that in my arms.
Oh, my daughter!
I managed to shake her back to life, but I doubt she'll last the day.
Champagne! Champagne! Ah, there you are, Champagne, quickly. Send out for doctors. Ah, my daughter. My daughter, she must not die. The algorithm.
So, what do you intend to do with 4 doctors? Isn't one enough to kill her off?
You shut up!
Listen carefully. They're going to tell you in Latin that your daughter isn't very well.
Well, gentlemen,
we've examined the patient sufficiently, and there is no doubt she is full of impurity.
my daughter impure!
I mean, there are many impurities in her body, many corrupted humors.
Thank goodness.
Now, we propose to hold a consultation.
Quick, get them chairs, gentlemen. I beg you to consult to the best of your ability, although it is not customary to pay in advance in case I forget here. Here.
Paris is becoming strangely large, and it's necessary to make long journeys when business requires.
You'd hardly believe the distances I travel every day.
I travel even further, all day and often into the evening.
Do you know the route I took today? First, I went by the Arsenal. From the Arsenal to the middle of Faubourg Saint-Germain, to the end of the Marais. From the end of the Marais to Port Saint-Honoré. From Port Saint-Honoré to Faubourg Saint-Jacques. From Faubourg Saint-Jacques to Port Whistler. From Port Whistler to here. And from here I've got to go again to Place Royale.
I've been at least as far as that today. And, moreover, I went to see a patient at Ruel.
By the way, what side are you taking in the controversy between Dr. Theophrastus and Dr. Artemius? It's an affair which divides the entire faculty.
I am for Artemius.
So am I. Of course, as we have seen, he did kill the patient, and Theophrastus wouldn't have been much better. But he was wrong to dispute the diagnosis of a senior colleague. Don't you agree?
Doubtless. One must always preserve medical etiquette at all costs.
Indeed, Rules are rules, except between friends. The other day, they brought us together, the three of us, with someone from outside the faculty for a consultation. I stopped the whole business. Of course, I wouldn't allow anyone to give an opinion if things weren't going to be conducted professionally. The family did what they could, and the patient went from bad to worse, but I wouldn't give way. Pity the patient died in the end, but there was no way round it.
Well done! Standards.
When a man's dead, he's dead and there's an end, but a point of etiquette neglected may seriously prejudice the standing of the entire medical community.
Gentlemen, my daughter is getting worse. I beg for you to tell me your decision quickly.
After you, sir.
No, sir. Speak, if you please.
You are too kind.
I cannot presume to speak before you.
But, sir.
But, sir.
Gentlemen, this is urgent.
The illness of your daughter is an extremely...
Not all at once, for God's sake!
Sir, we have considered your daughter's illness, and in my opinion, it proceeds from the overheating of the blood. My advice, therefore, is to bleed her as soon as possible.
My own view is that her illness results from a putrefaction of humours caused by an excess of something or other. I recommend a powerful emetic.
In my opinion, an emetic will kill her.
I contend that to bleed her would prove fatal.
Julian!
Listen, I know what I'm talking about.
I've told you my opinion.
You are aware of my thoughts.
If you don't bleed your daughter immediately, she's as good as dead.
Don't bleed your daughter, she won't last a quarter of an hour.
Which am I to believe? Gentlemen, I implore you to give me your unprejudiced opinion on the matter.
Sir, in these matters one must proceed with circumspection and do nothing, as they say, precipitously, and make mistakes resulting in dangerous consequences, as our master Hippocrates observes.
It's true. One must be careful what one does. It's not easy to amend an error. Consider the constitution of the patient. Examine the cause of the malady. Expound the nature of the cure.
Nevertheless, sir, I find that your daughter has a chronic illness, likely to prove fatal if she doesn't get help. Moreover, her symptoms indicate of a fuliginous and mordicant vapor, which inflames the cerebral membrane.
Humours which acquire this malignity rise up to that region of the brain.
So to loosen, expel, and evacuate the said humours, there must be a rigorous purgation, but before going any further.
And the bleeding repeated as necessary.
Your daughter may still die, but at least you'll have the satisfaction of having done something, and the consolation of knowing that she died according to the rules of the faculty.
Always better to die according to the rules.
And that is our considered opinion.
Man to man to man. I render you my very humble thanks.
And am infinitely obliged to you for your opinion. I am no wiser than I was before they came in.
Este medicus intacto. Este medicus intacto.
Progress newly alighted. Slit, 'tis the knight that privately maintains me.
The same, I know him.
He's my sole revenue, meat, drink, and raiment. My good physician, work upon me. I am weak.
Enough. Why, where be these ladies, these plump, soft, delicate creatures, huh?
Who would you visit, sir?
Visits? Who, what are you with the plague in your mouth?
Physician, sir.
Ah, so bountiful. Passion of me. Here's a sight able to make an old man shrink. I was lusty when I came in, but I am down now with faith. Mortality, yet this puts me in mind of a hole 7 foot deep. My grave, my grave, my grave. Hiss, Master Doctor, a word, Sir Hawk. 'Tis not the plague, is
The plague, sir? No.
good.
He ne'er asks whether it be the pox or not, and of the twain that had been more likely.
How now, my wench? How dost?
Weak night.
Where does it hold thee most, wench?
All parts alike, sir.
She says true, for it holds her in none.
Hearken thine ear, thou art breathing of young bones. I'm afraid I have got thee with child effect.
I fear that much, sir.
Oh, if it should a young progress when all's done.
You have done your good will, sir.
I see by her 'tis nothing but a surfeit of Venus effect, and though I be old, I have given it to her. Master Doctor,
Sir,
let's hear, I pray, what is to minister to her.
read, sir, some precious cordial, some costly recuperation, a composure comfortable and restoring. No poorer ingredients than the liquor of coral, clear amber or soup in them, unicorn's horn 6 grains, magisterium perlarum 1 scruple,
Very precious.
Ossiste cordical half a scruple, aurum portabile oris tincture, all of which being finely contunded and mixed in a stone or glass mortar with the spirit of diamber.
Nay, pray be patient, sir.
It's impossible. I cannot be patient and a physician too, sir.
Oh, cry ye mercy, that's true, sir. Well, be of good cheer, wench. There's gold for thee. Oh, let her want for nothing, Master Doctor. There I gold you, Master Doctor. Ha-ha. I have fitted her, an old knight and a cock of the game still. Look to her, good Master Doctor. Let her want nothing. I've given her enough already.
Is he gone?
He's like himself, gone.
Here's somewhat to set up with. How soon he took occasion to slip into his own flattery, soothing his own defects.
Hist! The pair of sons and heirs.
Oh, they are welcome. They bring money.
Master Doctor,
I come to you, gentlemen.
how does she now?
Faith, much after one fashion, sir.
There's hope of life, sir?
I see no signs of death with her.
That's some comfort. Will she take anything yet?
Aye, she'll take still. She has a kind of facility in taking.
You physicians are mad gentlemen.
Lady, how cheer you?
The same woman still.
That's not good.
Little alteration. Fie, you have been too lavish, gentlemen.
Talk not of that, lady. Thy health's worth a million. Here, Master Doctor, spare for no cost.
Look what you find there, sir.
What do you mean, gentlemen? Put up. You have me at advantage. But if ever I live, I will requite it. Deeply.
Tut, and come to that once. We'll requite ourselves well enough.
Mistress Harebrained, lady, is setting forth to visit you.
There struck the minute that brings forth the birth of all my joys and wishes. But see the jar now. How shall I rid these of her?
Pray, gentlemen, stay not above an hour from my sight.
But we are not going, lady.
Subtly brought about, yet 'twill not do, they'll stick by it. A word with you, gentlemen.
What says Master Doctor?
She wants but settling of her sense with rest. 1 hour's sleep, gentlemen, will set all the parts in tune.
He says true, faith.
Get her to sleep, Master Doctor. We'll both sit here and watch her.
Hell's angels watch you. No art can prevail.
Oh, Master Doctor, Master Doctor! Oh, your physics works, let me on!
Master Doctor.
So, let me admire thee. The wit of man wanes and ever decreases soon, but women's wit is ever at full moon. There shot a star from heaven. I dare not yet behold my happiness. The splendor is so glorious and so piercing.
Mistress Harebrain, give my wit thanks hereafter. Your wishes are in sight, your opportunity spacious.
My husband himself brought me to the door, walks below for my return. Jealousy is prick-eared and will hear the wagging of a hair.
Pish, trust yourself with your pleasure and me with your security. Go!
The fullness of my wish, of my desire, beyond this sphere I never will aspire.
Oh, listen! Now, the flesh draws nigh her end. At such a time, women exchange their secrets and ransack the close corners of their heart. Pray sit down. There's a low stool. Good Mistress Harebrain, this was kindly done. Lend me your hand. Alas, how cold you are. Even so is your husband. That worthy, wise gentleman. As comfortable a man to woman in my case ever trod. Shoe leather. Love him, honour him, stick by him. He'll let you want nothing that's fit for a woman. And to be sure on it, he'll see himself that you want it not. That's right, with it. 'Tis right, my humour. You live a lady's life by him. Go where you will, ride where you will, and do what you will. Not so, neither. She's better looked to. I know you do. You need not tell me that. Twere even pity of your life, if ever you should wrong such an innocent gentleman. Fine, Mrs. Harebrain. What do you mean? Coming to discomfort me? Nothing but weeping with you. She's weeping. Trust me, it will weep. My wife shows her good nature already. Still weeping? How now, woman? For shame, leave! She cannot answer me for sobbing. Oh, this does her good beshrew my heart, and I pity her. Let her shed tears till morning. Lay your hand there, Mistress Harebrain. There lies my pain, good gentlewoman. Sore? I can scarce endure your hand upon it. How she is tormented. Yes, I ate a collis an hour since. There's some comfort in that, Bound? No, I had a very comfortable stool this morning. I'm glad of that, Faith. That's a good sign. Will you be going then? Oh, she's coming! Thanks, good Mistress Harebrain. Welcome, sweet Mistress Harebrain. Pray commend me to the good gentleman, your husband. I can do that myself. And to my aunt Lip Salve, and to my cousin Lickett.
At 3 days' end, my husband takes a journey. Thence I derive a second meeting. May it prosper still, till then I rest a captive to his will. Once again, health, rest, and strength to thee, sweet lady. Farewell, you witty school. Good Master Doctor, have a care unto her body if you stand her friend. I know you can do her good.
Take pity of your waiter. Go. Farewell, sweet Mistress Harebrain.
Welcome, sweet wife. I like to warm my lip.
Never was an hour spent better.
Why, were you within the hearing, sir?
Aye, that I was, Effie. To my great comfort, I received you there one.
Heart of ladies, when plots are in past hope and hang their head, set with a woman's hand they thrive and spread.
Just a spoonful of sugar, must the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar, must the medicine go down, it works the life away.
I was about to purge your body and cleanse it of bad humours, but since you do not wish to be cured by it, it was not my fault. Since you have forsaken the obedience you owe to your doctor. No, certainly not. I must now tell you that I give you up to your evil constitution, to the disorder of your bowels, to the corruption of your blood, to the acrimony of your bile, and to the petulance of your humours within 4 days.
Oh, mercy
shall fall into bloody pepsi. Dr. Pergon, bloody pepsi into dyspepsia. Dr. Pergon, dyspepsia into apepsia. Into the dropsy for which your autopsy will have brought you.
There's a doctor outside, sir, who desires to see you.
What doctor?
A doctor of medicine.
I asked you who he is.
I don't know who he is. But the strange thing is, he looks the spitting image of me. Imagine that. And if I didn't know my mother was an honest woman, I should say that he was a younger brother I've never met before.
Show him in.
What remarkable timing. As one leaves, another enters.
Did you hear that list of diseases? Most of them I've never heard of.
Allow me, sir, to come and pay my respects to you, and to offer you my small services for all the bleedings and purgings you may require.
I'm much obliged to you, Doctor. It's like talking to Toinette herself.
I beg you excuse me one moment. I forgot to give a small order to my servant.
The resemblance is remarkable, but history is full of such freaks of nature.
For my part, I am astonished and...
How can I be of service, sir?
What?
Did you not call me? Not funny. My ears were burning.
Stay here a minute and see how like you that doctor is.
Ah, sorry. Too busy. Besides, I have seen enough of him already.
Had I not seen them both together, I should have believed it was one and the same person.
As I said. Remarkable.
Sir, I am so sorry to keep you.
As you say, remarkable.
I see, sir, that you are scrutinizing me very closely. What age do you think I am?
Age? 22, 24 at the utmost.
90.
90 years old?
Yes, one of the secrets of my art, to preserve one's youth and vigour.
Upon my word, but 90? Really?
I am a travelling doctor, that go from kingdom to kingdom, to seek out illustrious subjects for my abilities, to find patients worthy of my attention, capable of exercising the great and noble secrets which I have discovered in medicine. I disdain to amuse myself with common diseases, rheumatism, coughs, headaches, fevers. I require diseases of importance, such as really good plagues, big inflammations, embarrassing rashes, every letter of the Greek alphabet. These are the things I like, and I wish, sir, that you had all of those diseases combined, and so despaired of by all the doctors and at the point of death, so that I might have the pleasure of exhibiting the excellence of my remedies.
I am greatly obliged to you, Doctor.
Let me feel your pulse. Come, be properly, please. This pulse is playing games with me. Who is your doctor?
Dr. Pergon.
Never heard of him. What does he say you are suffering from?
He says it is my liver, but others say it is my spleen.
Idiots, it's your lungs.
My lungs?
Yes, describe your symptoms.
From time to time, great pains in my head.
Precisely your lungs.
At times it seems to have a mist before my eyes.
Your lungs.
I feel sick now and then.
Your lungs.
And I feel sometimes a weariness in all my limbs.
Lungs.
And sometimes I have sharp pains in the stomach, as if I had the colic.
Both lungs. Do you eat your food with appetite?
Yes, Doctor.
Lungs again. Do you like to drink a little wine?
Yes, Doctor.
More lungs. Do you feel sleepy after your meals and willingly enjoy a nap?
Yes, Doctor!
Lungs, I tell you. What food does your doctor prescribe?
Soup.
Ignoramus, 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 ignoramus.
And above all, to drink my wine well diluted with water.
Ignorantus, ignoranta, ignorantum. You must drink your wine neat, and to thicken your blood, which is too thin, you must eat good fat beef, good fat pork, good Dutch cheese, rice puddings, chestnuts and chocolate cake to make all adhere and conclutinate. Your doctor is an ass. I will treat you during my stay.
Thank you, Doctor, thank you.
What's the point of this arm?
I beg your pardon?
If I were you, I should have it lopped off.
Why?
It attracts all the nourishment to itself and inhibits growth on this side.
Perhaps, but I have need of my arm.
You also have a right eye which you could do with having plucked out.
My right eye plucked out.
It too interferes with the other and robs it of nourishment. Believe me, have it plucked out as soon as possible.
There is no need to hurry.
Excuse me, I am so sorry to leave you so soon. But I must assist at a grand consultation, which is to take place about a man who died yesterday.
Died yesterday?
Yes, do me what should have been done to cure him. Goodbye.
Well, this doctor seems to be remarkably clever.
Yes, but he seems a little impetuous.
Oh, all the really great doctors are like that.
Lop off my arm and pluck out my eye, so that the other may be better. I'd rather it wasn't better.
A nice operation indeed, to make me at once one-eyed and one-armed.
No! Keep your hands to yourself! You're not my doctor!
What's the matter?
That doctor just tried to feel my pulse.
My goodness! And at 90 years of age, too.
Oh, what bad news brings this man? Where is my lord?
My uncle, he is shot!
Shot, Sir Amy, how is he shot?
Why with a forked shout as he was hunted, fall in his left side.
Oh, me accursed! Where is my lord? Bring me away.
Having been gone to Benedict, I'll leave you go now, my lord Vincentio!
See the sad sight. I dare not yield to grief, but force feigned patience to recomfort him. My lord, what chance is this? How fares your lordship?
Wounded and faint with anguish. Let me rest.
Oh, doctor, is a deadly hurt?
I hope not, madam, though not free from danger.
Why pluck you not the arrow from his side?
Lady, the forked head sticks so fast in the bottom of this solid ring.
No mean then, doctor. Rests there to adduce it.
This only, my good lord, to give your wound a greater orifice, and in sunder break the pierced rib, which, being so close to the region of the opening of the region of the heart, will be exceeding dangerous to your
I
life.
will not see my bosom mangled so, nor sternly be anatomized alive. I'll rather perish with it sticking still.
Oh no, sweet doctor, think upon some help.
I have told you all that can be thought and on which, since your lordship will not yield to use our last hope rests in nature's secret aid, whose power may at length happen expended.
Must we attend at death's abhorrent door the torturing delays of slavish nature? My life is in mine own powers to dissolve. Why not then the pains that plague my life? Rise, you furies, and this fury of my babe assail and conquer. What men madness call is manliest reason. Manliest reason then resolve, and rid me of this brutish life. Hasten the cowardly protracted cure of all diseases. King of physicians, death! I'll dig thee from this mine of misery!
Hold, my lord, this is no Christian part.
Rage is the vent of torment. Let me ride!
Men do but cry that rage in miseries, and scarcely beaten children become cries. Pains are like women's clamours, which, the less they find men's patience stirred, the more they cease.
Away with this unmentionable balm of worded breath. Forbear, friends. Let me rest. I swear I will be bands unto myself.
That will become your lordship best.
Don't break away and leave it to the sea, or from some turret cast me headlong down to shiver this frail carcass into dust.
My dear lord, what unlike words are these to the late fruits of your religious noblesse?
Leave me, fond woman!
I'll be hewn from hence before I leave you. Help me, gentle doctor.
Patience, good my lord.
Then lead me in. Cut off the timber of this accursed shaft and let the forked pile canker to my heart.
Dear Lord, resolve on humble suffering.
I will not hear thee, woman. Be content.
Oh, never shall my counsels cease to knock at thy impatient ears, till they fly in and salve with Christian patience, pagan sin.
Quid esse illi mobi dixeras? Nana senex, num eo, veternus ut aqua in turcus tenet?
Why, that's the very reason I've asked you to diagnose his malady, so that you may tell me.
Per facile id quidem est, sanum futorum mea ego id prometo fide.
Why, see, here's the man himself.
Observemus quam rem agant. Père Jupiter, quel jeûner de feu! Mon valet qui boit et dîne à mes frais. Je vais le tuer, ce jeune Sonopon. Mais je suis mon pire ennemi, un vrai buffon.
Oh, very revealing. He betrays himself from his own lips.
A miserable pride cat.
Try to engage him in conversation. Take care.
Salvo sits. Menaigne, allez-vous faire prendre?
See what I mean?
potest, I crease elle optimeria. Sed quid eis, menait me.
Oh, dans ma vue, analphabète diplômé.
Dic mihi, hoc quante logo, album altrum vino potas.
En quoi ça lui concerne?
My goodness, I do believe he's actually beginning to change colour.
Peut-on me demander si je mange du pain noir, violet, au jaune? Oh, si je préfère des oiseaux avec des écailles, oh, des poissons avec des ailes.
Just listen to the veritable nonsense he speaks. Why not give him a potion before his raving overtakes him?
Dic mihi, enumquam
Intestina tibi crepant, quod sentias.
Quand j'ai le bien rempli, il n'y a rien qui arrive. Quand j'ai faim, c'est sûr, ça guérit. Mais qu'est-ce que je peux lui faire, espèce de fouine hippocratique?
Capai, audin tuut deramenta loquitur.
That's nothing. Just before, he was saying some perfectly horrible things about his wife.
Et qu'est-ce que j'ai dit, au juste?
Don't worry, there's no blame attached. It's only to be expected. You're mad.
Qui? Moi?
Yes, you.
Et moi, je sais que tu as tué ton père et vendu ta mère. Tu vois, je peux répondre à l'insulte par l'insulte comme n'importe quel être humain parfaitement rationnel et sain d'esprit.
Might I suggest, Doctor, that whatever you're about to do, you do it quickly? Don't you see that he's actually foaming at the mouth?
Ad me fate puti deperato, ibi meo habituato potero colare homine.
Do just as you please.
Et borum potabis maxualibus, viginti die.
Essaye un peu, tas de fumier, et je te flatterai avec des scorpions pendant 30 heures.
I orgese homines qui illuc ad me deferat.
How many men will be necessary? As a minimum.
Video insanium video. What you want? Nihilo minus.
They shall be here instantly. Keep a close eye on him, Doctor.
Imo domo, ut parentum minus paratus oppossest. Tu servos jubehuc ad me feram.
I'm off as well.
Le vieux est parti. Le médecin aussi. Me voilà seul. Oh Jupiter, pourquoi ces gens disent-ils que je suis ma boule? Suis pas ma boule, hein? Je sais que c'est des gens, non? J'arrive à communiquer parfaitement avec eux, non? C'est eux qui sont ma boule.
Let your kind presence grace our
Your
feast.
company, Senor Flores.
It shall not need, sir.
This be the sweet heaven for me for anchor.
You are a sweet smell feast, that I see. Who please you walk, Master Dr. Donny Pole?
Doddy bulle, gaz bleu. Dr. Doddy no point bulle. The doctor is rage, the doctor is fury, beggar. The doctor is terrible, horrible fury.
I would I could meet Master Dr. Doddy. I have a trick to gull the ass withal. Here he comes, passing luckily. I'll counterfeit business with him in all post-haste possible. Master Doctor! Master Doctor.
Jesus, what ails the man?
I love you, Master Doctor, and therefore with all the speed I could possibly, I've sought you out.
Well, what?
This, sir, the marriage you thought made even now between me and Cornelia was but a jest only to draw you to marry her. For she doth exceedingly dote upon you, and her father is sent with a supplication to the Duke to enforce you to marry her.
Oh, beggar! Me sort no less. Marchand, me study, me beat, me brain, me invent, me dream upon such a thing.
I knew, sir, your wit would foresee it.
Marchand, me love, me embrace, me kiss, he will be my trot.
Well, sir, make haste.
I fly, Marchand. See this, Marchand, the brave, brave beggar.
The brave brain Bigard, not a whit of the flower of wit in it. I'll to the court after him and see how he abuses the Duke's patience.
Majesty, have dulled your wits and made them thick. What man stand your wits too quick? If ye will know the best physic is to give place to honest recreation. Give place, we say now, for thy consolation.
It is the greatest privilege of my career to be selected to do you a service.
Your servant, sir.
May I introduce my colleague with whom I will collaborate on your diagnosis?
There is no need of so much formality, surely.
Bring some seats.
Servants? I've seen more impressive caretakers.
Now, sir, take a seat, sir.
Your very humble servant. Ah, a pincer movement.
Do you eat well, sir?
Yes, and drink even better.
Oh, that's bad. That great craving for cold liquid is a sign of the heat and dryness that lies within. Do you sleep well?
Yes, when I've had a decent supper.
And do you dream much?
Now and then.
Of what nature are your dreams?
Well, since you ask, remarkably dreamlike. What on earth is the point in all of this?
Have a little patience. We will extrapolate your condition in your presence, and we will do it in layman's terms, so you may better follow our reasoning.
What great reasoning is there required to take supper?
Since it is a fact that we cannot cure any disease without first knowing its precise nature, and that we cannot know its precise nature without first establishing its exact species by diagnosis and prognosis, you will give me leave, my master, to enter upon the consideration of the disease that is in question, before we think of the therapeutics and remedies to be decided upon, in order to effect a perfect cure. Sir, if you permit me so to say, our patient here present is unhappily attacked, affected, possessed, and disordered by that kind of madness which we term hypochondriac melancholy. The celebrated Galen notes in a most learned manner, as is usual with it. That there are indeed 3 species of the disease which we term melancholy, so called not only by the Latins but also by the Greeks. The first, which arises from a direct disease to the brain. The second, which proceeds from the whole of the blood, made and rendered atrabilious. The third, termed hypochondriac, which is our case here, which proceeds from the lower part of the abdomen and from the inferior regions, but particularly the spleen. The heat and inflammation whereof sends up to the brain of our patient an abundance of thick and foul fuliginosity, to cause a disease by which he is manifestly accused and convicted. All this being taken for granted, it shall not be difficult for you to conclude what are the remedies needed by our patient. First of all, to remedy this obdurate plethora, this luxuriant cacochemy, I opine, phlebotomized, frequent and abundant bleedings, cephalic vein, even the vein, all of it! Large, thick blood, foul and feculent humour, black and gross vapour, in poisons, cures, contaminates, to purify the feculency, to clarify the blackness, remedies I propose, better ones by you, sir, master, Signor Dixon.
Heaven forbid, sir, that it should enter my thoughts to add anything to what you have just been saying. The arguments you have used are so learned and so delicate that it is impossible for him not to be mad, and hypochondriacally melancholic. Yes, graphic diagnosis, diagnostic, prognostic, therapeutic et manibus et pedibus insuam tendentiam. All I should like to add is bleedings and purging salt! Salt is a symbol of wisdom. Album as disregard to Louisa.
Gentlemen, I have been listening to you for the last hour. Are we acting in a comedy here?
No, sir, no comedy.
Then what is all this bollocks?
Insulting language, perfect. This may turn into mania.
Are these people?
Talking to himself, another symptom.
I've had enough of this.
Oh, another desire to move about.
What are you trying to do?
To cure you, of course.
Cure me?
Yes.
But I am not ill.
It is a
very bad sign when a patient refuses to accept he is ill.
I am perfectly well.
Oh, we know better than you how you are. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
If you're a doctor, then I'm Napoleon. And he hasn't even been born yet.
He's madder than we thought.
Is he a man asked him out? Is he a man asked him out?
He's there talking in the house.
You have the will of Caesar. Proceed with your desire.
Thanks to great Caesar.
Thanks to great Caesar! I will assure you the indictment then, whilst Horace arresting on the statute of calumny. Lictors assist him.
I am the worst accuser under heaven.
Tux, you must do it. 'Twill be noble mirth.
Victor proclaims silence in the court.
In the name of Caesar, silence!
Let the parties, the accuser and the accused present themselves.
The accuser and the accused, present yourselves in court.
Here.
Read the indictment.
Rufus Liberius Crispinus, hold up your hand. You are before this time indicted, and here presently to be arraigned upon the statute of calumny, or lex remia, by the name of Rufus Liberius Crispinus, alias Crispinus, poetaster and plagiary. That you, contrary to the peace of our liege lord, Augustus Caesar, his crown and dignity, have most foolishly, ignorantly, and more like yourself maliciously gone about to deprave and calumniate the person and writings of Quintus Horatius Flaccus, here present poet and priest to the Muses, and to that end have conspired and plotted at sundry times, as by several means and in sundry places, for the better accomplishing your base and envious purpose, taxing him falsely of self-love, arrogancy, railing, impudence, filching by translation, etc., all of which calumnies, and every of them, in manner and form aforesaid. What answer you? Are you guilty? Yeah. Or not guilty?
Not guilty, say.
Not guilty?
Here is Maecenas and Cornelius Gallus. Are you contented to be tried by these? What says the plaintiff?
I am content.
Show this unto Crispinus. Is it yours?
Yes, it is mine.
Read it aloud. Ramp up my genius, be not retrograde. Boldly nominate a spade a spade. What shall thy lubrical and glibbery muse live as she were defunct, like punk in stews? Alas, there were no modern consequence to have cathernal busking frighted hence. No, teach thy incubus to poetize and throw abroad thy spurious snottery. Upon that puffed up lump of balmy froth, or clumsy chilblained judgment that with oath magnificates his merits and biscles the conscious time with humorous foeman bruise, as if his organons of sense would crack, the sinews of my patience break his back. O poets all and some, for now we list of strenuous vengeance to clutch the fist. Subscribed Crispinus.
Here be word forth, able to bask in our man's ears.
I please it, great Caesar. I have pills about me, mixed with the whitest kind of hennibal, would give him a light vomit that should purge his brain and stomach of those tumulous heats. Might I have leave to minister unto him?
Oh, be of Asclepius, gentle Hobbit. You shall have leave, and he shall be your patient. Virgil, use your authority, command him forth.
Caesar is careful of your health, Crispinus, and hath himself chose a physician to minister unto you. Take his pills.
They are somewhat bitter, sir, but very wholesome. Take yet another. So, stand by. They'll work anon.
Romans, return to your several seats. Victors, bring forward the urn and set the accused to the bar. What says Crispinus?
My physic begins to work with my patient, I see.
How now, Crispinus?
I'm sick! The urn, quickly! Our physic works. Faint not, man.
What's that, Howard?
Retrograde, reciprocal, and incubus are come up.
Thanks be to Jupiter.
Thanks be to Jupiter.
Well said. Here's some store.
What are they?
Glibbery, lubrical, and deathful.
Those came up easy.
What's that?
Nothing yet.
Magnificent! Magnificent. That came up somewhat hard.
I want cheer, Crispinus.
I shall cast up.
Good. Again.
Clumsy!
That clumsy stuck terribly.
What's all that, Horace?
Spurious, snotteries, chill-brained, clumsy.
Oh, Jupiter.
Who would have thought there should have been such a deal of filth in a poem?
Barmy frog! What's that? Buffy! Inflate!
Balmy, froth, puffy, inflate, turgidius, and ventosity are come up.
Oh, terrible windy words.
Sign of a windy brain.
Obligate! Furibund! Fatuate! Strenuous!
Here's the deal. Obligate, furibund, fatuate, strenuous.
Now all's come up like wow. What a tumult he had in his belly.
No, there's often some conscious damp behind still.
Conscious damp!
It has come up thanks to Apollo and Asclepius!
Thanks to Apollo and Asclepius!
Another. You were best take the pill. Force yourself then, a little with your finger.
Corrupt, what a noise it made, as if his spirits would have corrupt with it.
Help him! It sticks strangely, whatever it is.
Now it has come clutched.
Clutched! It is well that's come up. It had but a narrow path.
Again!
Snarling gulf! Plaguing custom!
How now, Crispinus?
Nay, that's wrongly, I assure you.
And how do you feel yourself?
Pretty well, I thank you. These pills can but restore him for a time, not cure him quite of such a malady, caught by so many serpents which have filled his blood and brain thus full of crudité.
Take him away.
Jupiter God Caesar!
Jupiter God Caesar! And thanks be to Caesar that thus has exercised his patience. Thank you.